In this video, we're going to give the FA-18 Murder Hornet the second flight test. CG. That's a shame. All right, in this video, we're going to give the FA-18 Murder Hornet the second flight test. I'm Will, and this is Flight StiX.
Hotel Papa, Park maintain VFR 0140. For Hotel.
Keep it recording. All right, now, let's see, transmitter on. Make sure the model says FA-18. Slide this in here. CG. Maybe a little further back. Forward, rather. CG. There we go, that's good enough. This way. You know, I have to remember to put my hands straight down because I don't want this prop, you know, taking off some fingers. So the first test, it seemed like it flew well, but it was way underpowered. It had a 6x4 prop with a 2200 kV motor and a 1500 milliamp 3-cell battery. So now we're switching from a 3-cell to a 4-cell battery, and from a 2200 kV motor to a 1500 kV motor, and from a 6x4 prop to a 9x6 prop. So hopefully this combo will give us enough power so we can actually ascend. All right, here we go, guys. Woo. Still doesn't seem to quite have enough thrust, although that was maybe 2 or 3 seconds, but oh, he's on the phone now. We're gonna have to wait here for flight test number 2.
But you don't want to have less power, you want to have more power.
Well, it has more power.
Okay.
One, because the can size of the motor, the diameter is much larger. The second thing, you know, is I'm going from a 3-cell battery to a 4-cell. Right. This motor won't even run on a 3-cell. It needs a 4-cell.
Okay.
But yeah, that did not seem all that powerful.
No.
So
I don't fully understand the kilovolt range.
But either way, I'm just gonna give another go and see what happens.
Okay.
This time, give it a harder throw. Throttle cut off. Throttle cut on. That time, it was going great. But on the release, I was so nervous about cutting my hand off that I couldn't find the stick to pull up. So it was going great until it hit the ground. Just as it hit the ground, I found it with my thumb and I started to throttle up, but it already touched the ground, so I throttled down.
Okay.
It looked like it was almost starting to go too, but let's try it again. So we have our throttle cut on. That was close. So as long as the prop isn't broken, we will give this one more go. Yeah, the prop is fine. Another thing I did for this test flight that I didn't do in the original is I taped off the air intakes. So if you don't have inducted fans in there, you should tape those off so that they don't backfill with air, causing a lot of drag. So that'll certainly help you. Okay, throttle cut off. Same thing just happened. I couldn't get my thumb on the direction or control fast enough to control it before it crashed. So it really seems like it wants to fly. I feel a lot less power now. I don't care. I'm going to give it one more go. So again, basically, just like the first ESC motor and prop and battery combination, it's underpowered. It flies absolutely beautifully, high alpha or not, but again, not quite enough power with that cheaper, but supposedly way more powerful setup. Not as powerful as I thought. We're gonna have to go back to the drawing board, but as you can see, my design, and also what Boeing's design, or right, it absolutely flies beautifully. And I feel though now, at the end of the last one, when I gave it a little throttle, let's go throttle cut on, when I gave it a throttle in my hand, I felt like I had less power than what I originally threw it. So maybe the battery isn't as charged as I thought it would. It was fully charged. It sat around for 2 weeks waiting for us to both have time to do this. So it may have died a bit in that time, but it should last longer than that. There's a brand new 4-cell battery. So maybe we'll give it one more, maybe not.
Okay.
Uh-oh, we have fire, Fire, disconnect the battery. Okay, we have fire. It is smoking right now.
Something is smoking.
Get the battery out of there. Okay, I got the battery and the transmitter, but that cheap Chinese motor and ESC is gone.
You know, I was
Do you
just
have an extinguisher in the car?
I was going to say maybe the motor was getting hot. Might have been why.
It could have been. That's not okay. We need to put this out somehow.
Let me get a blanket or something out of the car.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Well, the FA-18 crashing and burning. That's a shame. We need to stop this fire. We can't let this go. Oh my God, it's getting hot. Luckily, it's just foam. He went to the car to get a blanket. Oh no, my receiver too. I should have ripped the receiver. That's okay, it's all replaceable. That's kind of cool that you can see the burn marks of an F-18 in the lawn. Don't do this at home, kids. There we go. Pull it, stomp it. Okay, there we go.
We'll have to get some water, come back and pour a lot of water on it.
Okay, should we leave the blanket on to snuff? Yeah, maybe some water and pick up all my parts once it cools down. We don't want to leave all
I'll go get water.
the trash behind. Okay, let's just, this might be hot, but I'm just gonna separate this. So, I don't know why that happened. It wasn't the battery, it was definitely ESC motor issue, or a bad connection somewhere in the wires from the motor to the ESC. It looked like the fire originated just in front of, you know, if this were the motor is, it looked like it originated right in front. So that would be where the ESC was. I'm pretty sure it was the ESC, but I don't know why that happened. If you know why, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And now we got a mess to clean up. But this is part of the hobby. So always have a towel, have water, and have a fire extinguisher, because you never know what can happen when you're out just trying to have some fun. I hope you saw the movie. If you haven't, go see it. I saw it, loved it. It was great. Top Gun Maverick, and as you can see, I no longer have an FA-18. But I will build another one. That was just version 1. But I will certainly have to find another power plant. But man, it's just like the last time I flew it with the supposedly less powerful motor and a smaller prop. It was underpowered. There's a little more power, but still nowhere near enough. So, telling by the size of this, let me know in the comments what combination of motor, ESC, and battery would you put for this size fighter jet type of aircraft? Because you know, I certainly don't claim to know everything. Oh, he took the van home go get some water so we can make sure that's, yeah, I don't want to leave until we get this thoroughly out and I pick up all my trash. Always, you know, be aware of your carbon fiber footprint and all that. And I wish we had a fire extinguisher in the car. So from now on, that will be something I do. This is still technically burning, so I am certainly not going to walk away from this until I know this is out and I have all my parts. I can turn this off though. All my parts picked up, everything thoroughly out. Yeah, I decided to put the towel back on it because it started ablaze again. I don't think we should just let it keep burning. That'll be the trash pile. That's the good pile. Yeah, see the towel is starting to get brown. Let's try to snuff that out before the fire comes through there. We don't want that. Walking on the coals. Do you have faith, people? Do you have faith to walk on the coals of your own burning airplane? I'm walking on the coals of my own burning airplane. That's not a depressing day or nothing. My FA-18 Super Hornet, or I'm calling mine the Murder Hornet. If you remember a few years ago, there was all this scare of the Murder Hornet, you know, and everything, and it might very well be for good reason. I don't know, I haven't seen one, but... So the RunCam died. I just wanted to show everybody that we did, in fact, put out the fire and pick up all of our stuff. We're just dumping extra water on now. We already dumped some water and I raked the whole thing up and put it in a little trash can. But we are going to dump some extra water just to make sure everything is out. Do the right thing, people. Thanks for joining me. Have a good one, and later on.